All right, it's windy, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna go out and check the hives after about 17 days of placing the nukes. It's just been rainy and windy and rainy and windy, and I'm gonna place these two boxes with brood frames and honey, really good brood frames and honey in the middle, and multiple good frames of honey on the outsides, and a couple of pollen patties. I'm gonna go in here where it's not so windy. Ideally, I would have checked on things after 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, but with me being gone, storm after storm, wind, it's just been crazy. In retrospect, I should have, with the late winter, I should have just called the guy with the nukes and said, I'm gonna hold off a year. But this will be fun. The bees are active out there. I'm gonna check the brood frames real quick and see if there's true brood in there, and then set these real quick and get it closed up. It's not a good day to check bees, but I'm gone for the next 4 days now. So, alrighty, you ready?
So ready.
I'll have the smoke ready this time, and our hats, so you can be protected.
Yes.
Here we go.
I'm a beekeeper.
All right, let's get in there and check. I'm gonna set this board out here because it's got all kinds of honey on it. These bonnets, I'm gonna have to sew in some.
Stupid bonnet.
That wind just grabs them and rips them off.
Yeah, mine did that too.
Probably should have put my gloves on since I don't know this hive.
Amateur.
Busy and active. This is the one that had brood, I believe. Damn, they've built a lot already. I'm just gonna pull a couple of middle frames and see that there's brood in there. It's a bad day to do this, I know. Trying to get smoke in there before I rip open their hive. Okay, capped brood. I'm not going to get too crazy with this. That's all I wanted to see. I'm going to throw this on there. Hang on, rascals.
They're going crazy.
They are going crazy. I don't think they're mad. They're just... no brood. Get some smoke in that back space. Fingers crossed we see brood. Looks like quite a bit of comb. Still a hat. Woo! It's sealed on there good. A lot of honey. Cross your fingers, we see brood. This looks to be less populated. Hence maybe an oak cap brood. Perfect. I'm not gonna, yeah, I see cap brood on multiple frames, so I don't want to get too crazy with this. I know I should look for the queen and do all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah. Can get pretty wild.
Perfect, that's very pleasing to me. I'm gonna scrape this off. Otherwise I won't get it on there with that pollen patty.
That's pretty clean.
Huh?
It's pretty nice.
I'm gonna shake this off.
Landed on my fingers. They're louder. I'm gonna step over here, away from them.
Perfect. That should, there's a ton of honey in there, really good brood frames in that top. Got some pollen patties in there. Because we have a crazy late wet spring, and I don't know if I should lay this out here or take it inside. I think I'll take it inside.
Okay.
I'm not sure on that little dynamic.
It's our
Okay.
yard.
Dump this out here since it's so wet. Maybe. Usually I do that over by the house. That's probably what I should do. We're building a house right there. That's part of the reason why. That's part of the reason why it's been so hectic and crazy. And I thought I shouldn't do this, but now that I see brood in both chambers, capped brood on one side, and two sides of those frames, I'm pleased.
Satisfied.
And we should be good. So let's run in there to the shop again, and I'll talk some more. I don't know if I should just let this sit out and they'll eat the honey. Because there's tons in there out here. Alrighty. Ready? You can stop filming. Alright.
Okay.
So we're back. You were protected.
I'm a protected young man.
Really pleased with what I saw out there. Brood in both chambers. And then I set on top four or five already built out brood frames. Those top deals that I set in there were from last year's hives that died over the winter, but they'd both been doing really well, and we just had such a long, really cold winter. So now the top hives, they've got 4 or 5 brood frames and then a ton of honey on each side of that, and so they should really get rolling. It is June 15th, 14th?
Yep, 14.
And 14th, and it's just been, after a long winter, and I couldn't place these till Memorial Day, these 2 Nucs, and then it's been about 17 days or so since that placing. We've had rain, so it's great for the land. But up here in the high mountain country of Wyoming, we have really short winters, or summers. It's short summers. It's tough. So, but I'm excited. I think taking last year's stuff and keeping it here in the shop clean and ready, and then placing it, I think they're just going to take off, because I saw a lot of bees in that, especially that first hive. So exciting. We'll see how the summer goes. I'm optimistic that we're gonna get a bunch of honey and harvest this fall for my first harvest, after not harvesting last summer, after some up and down learning curves. Ready? The dog's licking up honey. You like honey? Huh? Talk. You excited?
Yeah, good.